Hello, hello. Hello, Demerdy. Glad you're here today. Welcome to my stream for today. Very excited for it. Third stream. Very proud that I've kept up the schedule this far. Before we get started, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Same thing as Twitch, L.I.L's Journaling. There should be dots between the L.I. And then, let me grab something for y'all. I also have these videos also published on YouTube. I put the link in the chat so you can go if you like. I have a Roku and Twitch isn't on Roku, so sometimes when I like rewatch streams, I look for the user's YouTube so I can watch the streams from there because it is on Roku and I can watch on the big screen without having to plug into my laptop. So you can do that as well there. And then don't forget that on this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll have another stream, and that'll just be me showing my favorite layouts. But let's get into today's stream. And today, we are doing a playlist spread. So, let's open that right up. Cool. So today, we're doing a lovely playlist spread, and what that entails is I'm going to be taking my writing playlist off Spotify, and I will be turning it into a playlist on here, because for me, here's that Spotify link, by the way, if you want it, for what we're putting in this setup. But I see journaling also as a way to, especially bullet journaling, to kind of keep and store things about myself and personality for that year. And so I think making this writing playlist will show a lot of the music I'm into at this time. And yeah. And then I can also see like how my music interest has changed over the year. Today for our stream we'll be having some markers, a lot of markers actually. These are all my cool colored markers of the King Art brand. Gotta make sure you guys see it. Wow, that's a lovely glare. But it's King Art. That's what it says. And it's in a nice hot cocoa can because we love that. I also have all my purple washi tape, all my blue washi tape, and all my greenish teal washi tape. Well, not all of it. It's just the ones that have like the most basic patterns on it. Because I'll be using those in today's spread. I also have these Hello Hobby cardstock stencils that I got from Walmart. I use them for a project for my door, which I'll be posting on Instagram later this week. But they're just here, some cute stencils. They look messy because I was using paint, but here's the tea. You can see this tea a whole lot better. Yeah, I'll be using that today as well. Okay. So, let's get into it and find the next blank page. Okay. Okay. Now we'll start with the title. And I'm just going to call it Writing Playlist. So I'm going to find the W in here and use that, and then the P. Oh, these are really cute. I like that this stencil also came with like designs on it, so it's not just the alphabet, so that I can like add some variety. Always good to add stencils to my collection because I can't draw or have good handwriting to save my life. So I got numbers and stuff. Okay. Come on, where's P for playlist? Where's W? W, cool. Of course, they were both right at the bottom. Okay, gotta punch them out. You guys want some ASMR? if you heard that. Hopefully you did. Nice crinkly cracks. Okay. Toss these bits. We're gonna do this title. Let's make it teal. I'm gonna grab 2 different shades of teal. And we'll use the darker one as an outline and then color it in with the lighter one. And I gotta bring it a little closer to me, but I'll make sure you guys can see. Bring it. Cute. We love it. Nice W. Now, I would do a bullet journaling like music playlist instead, but I don't really listen to music while I bullet journal. Instead, like, right now, mostly what I'm doing is on stream, and there is music playing. But most of the time when I bullet journal, I am either watching somebody else bullet journal, like, I would always bullet journal during Amanda Rich streams and stuff, or if I get behind on a lot of the YouTube bullet journals I watch like all of their videos. That's mostly what I do. But I also like bullet journal while watching Hermitcraft, which is like a Minecraft SMP that I really like. It's pretty great. I'm gonna go. Need his handwriting. I can muster. But yeah, I went with the writing one because it's one that when I am writing, I do listen to it a whole lot more, and it's like one of my favorite playlists. So I don't think I'm gonna do the P though because I think it will take up too much space on the page, and I'll make sure I have plenty of room for all the songs. So we're just gonna write playlist like right here. A little bit big. Okay. Writing playlist. Looks pretty good considering my handwriting. And now I'm gonna grab a pencil just so I can kind of mark out where all the little boxes are gonna go for each of my things. I had a couple ideas because I've seen like other people do their playlists, and sometimes they have like their theme mixed in, and it's like if they have a fruit theme, they have fruit slices, and on the slices are like the songs. But I'm also not that artistic. And then I was also thinking of like a sheet music type thing right? It's like I got all the lines of sheet music, I got the treble clef at the beginning, and I got like end of a measure in between each line, and that type of thing, and maybe I put a repeat at the end or repeat around certain songs, just to signify which ones I like the most. But I didn't know how to add a lot of color into that without it looking too crazy, so I kind of went with the basic when like a song is playing on your phone, for example. And like, you can't see that. But like when you have a song playing on your phone and it just has that cute little box with the album cover, the title of the song, and then the pause play and how far are you in the song. So that's going to kind of be my setup for that. And that's how this is going to work. So, yes. Now I got to make sure I can read the setup I did. So we're going to leave a space here under this and one in from either side. So that's our little first mark. 1, 2, 3. That's like huge. 13. I'm gonna half that so I can fit more. And I'll make a note. And we'll do 2 in between. And this can be 9 and 9 and 9 and 9. So I can fit way more songs. I think I have like over 100 songs on this playlist, but we're not going to put all of them in here. I'm just going to put like my favorites to keep it condensed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 2. And then I have some space here at the bottom. So, a lot of space. How much spots? I have exactly 6. So I could technically add 1 more. I could do honorable mentions down there. Just kind of color coded. Yeah. We're gonna just make it a 4 length, and I'll just go all the way across for my honorable mentions. Okay, and then going this way, we have 9 across, so it's 3, 4. Yeah, that's a good size. And then we skip. Let's make it 10 and just skip 1. Yeah, can I do that? No, I can't do that actually. Don't have enough space. Oh, wait. Heck. We'll keep going and see how it turns out. And we will make it bigger. Because I'm pretty sure I counted these right, but there's a small chance I didn't, so we'll see how it goes. I do have some space. So I'm gonna spread them out that way more. Okay. And we'll just do 3 across the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 across, going down. And that should work. It's like 15 songs. Ooh. Cool. That's not a lot, but that's okay. Nice. Since I got my edges laid out, the others, like everything else, will be fine. It'll all work out. Okay. So now I'm going to do all the boxes, and we're just going to, because if we do the layouts first, then we can kind of play around with how it looks. So again, a blue, a purple, and a green. Oh, I like those shades. They're very cute. The purple looks way lighter on stream, but it's like a nice, slightly darker lavender. Okay. Okay. And we're just going to outline them, and then I'll sketch in the little play and pause buttons and stuff. Now this is going to show, so we're going to erase it because the screen is very light. And then I can kind of see, where they were. And, oop, nope, that goes there. That's okay. You can barely see it. No mistakes. Shh. The purple is also quite light. More erasing. And the notebook I'm like coloring in today is a Happy Planner one. I think it's like a year at a glance type one. Or, yeah. So I kind of use it as my yearly planner. And my favorite thing about it is that I can just lift the pages out and like use them, and then they can also go back in. So it's a whole lot easier to work with the edges. And I don't have to worry about like hitting the coils and stuff. I send that down to the side. I'm also going to scooch over a bit so I have more room. Okay. Look at that. So nice. Okay, time to do... This required a whole lot more sketching than usual. I usually don't sketch anything out. So this is exciting. Okay. So, make this box the washi swatch. And then we'll have title, artist, and then I can do the song like that. Yeah. And then pause in the center. And then those boys. Yeah, that's what they look like. Yeah. So you guys can see. We'll put a washi swatch there, title, artist, the song length, and then skip, skip, and pause. Okay. Now that I know how that looks and how it fits, we'll do some erasings, just so I don't get the undertones as like the pencil marks. Okay. Since we're doing blue, we'll get some blue washi out. And we're doing dark blue, so we'll get a dark blue washi out. Got my star one. This came in a rainbow collection, I think from Joann's. That's a little big. I'm gonna do my best to cut it to size. But I don't have like an X-Acto knife yet, and I really want that. Oh, thanks for the heart, Demerty. I appreciate it. So, gotta collect the bits. This is way more difficult. And we'll start a nice pile of washi right there. So it just needs cut off more at the bottom. Okay. Cute. I like it's just a star. I love that. I adore it. Okay. So, first song on the list. Let's go to my playlist. So, we will do Once Upon a December from Anastasia the Musical. Because that was like one of the first ever songs that I kind of used as like in my writing for while I'm writing. Once Upon a December. Yeah, and we're not going to add the artist so that it has room to breathe. Go. And we'll draw a little dot. And we'll finish the line. We'll do some pause buttons. Some skips. And it's done! Look how cute that is! Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Look at that. I love it. Oh, this whole page is going to be filled like that. It's going to take forever, but I'm excited. Okay. We're done with that one. And I'm going to set all the pens I've used aside so I don't have repeats, which means I should take out my teal ones. But, yeah. Gotta avoid them repeats. That's what makes my spread so colorful. Okay, so I guess the next thing I could talk about is what my writing playlist entails. For me, most commonly, my writing playlist is a mix. It's obviously the songs I write to, but not just like any writing, like essay writing. It's more of the songs that I like write creative fiction. So I read a lot of fiction and fantasy. They're mostly short stories because that's just kind of like my type and vibe. So, ooh, this could be 2. Excuse me. But yeah, so most of what I write is like fiction and fantasy. And so, I tend to listen to this while I'm writing, especially more intense scenes, like if I'm writing a death scene or I am writing that needs to be shortened. If I am writing death scene or like an intense moment, a sad moment, a romantic moment, I go to this place because it has a mix of those like songs. There's a lot of musical songs on there of like the intense scenes from musicals because I get inspiration from that. There's also a lot of just kind of sadder songs in general or slower ones that have sad vibes or just like romantic vibes in some sense. So that's usually the mix of what I do. And so that is what you'll find in my playlist mostly. I mean, it's great for listening to like writing those type of things. And I really enjoy like listening to this. It's like if I'm like not having a great day, this is my sad playlist and stuff. And so I really do like it. Okay. Don't fall for me. Don't fall on me. Okay. And like sometimes I'll like make a miniature playlist. Like I had like this 4-song playlist that I listened to on repeat when we were writing the death scene of somebody, because one of my characters, because that is what was necessary at the time. I'm gonna overlap this just a bit so that it's kind of filled out more nice and cute. But it also has like intense songs like Survivor. This song, it's by 2WEIE, Etta Hayes. This one is good for like my intense scenes, like when my character is getting away from something difficult or crazy. Okay. And so I like that one a lot too. Okay. I colored in the skip buttons on this one, but on these two, and I think I'm going to color them in on these two because it looks a lot better. And it kind of makes them easier to see. So we'll do that real quick. But hey, ooh, don't roll away from me. We got our first row done, and they look so good. Oh my goodness, I love this. Heck yeah. Now to do the other hundreds. Okay. Also, low-key, my wedding, like, my husband and I's like wedding dance song is on this playlist, but it's a good vibe song. I really liked it. They're my next set, and maybe I'll kind of flip them up so they're in different patterns. Okay, let's do this. Starting with purple. Oh, it looks like a light blue. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So, let's get into some more talking. If you couldn't tell, most of my hobbies either involve writing or reading and kind of being creative, and that is my vibe, and that's what I like doing. And the main reason I am very into like writing, especially, is because one, I like especially creative writing, is because it's just like I like expressing myself through stories. I'm taking a creative nonfiction class this semester, and it's been pretty interesting in some ways, but at the same time, it's like not my cup of tea because I feel like I'm too straightforward, and I'm not the biggest fan of being super duper straightforward and stuff, especially when it comes to like what I'm thinking or feeling. Like, if I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling, I'm gonna tell it through like story, or I'm gonna give a very intense letter and that type of thing. And I have like this two different things. So I have like one story where I'm like talking about something very intense in my life, and I like the way it's formatted because it gives that reality to it, but in like a fictional way, because you're in a fictional world and it's this character on a car ride with her friends, and it's her going through her struggles and what she's been through again during that car ride and stuff. And it tells a lot of what she's been through the car ride without directly saying it, and I really like that more than just like, let me tell you exactly what happened, because I don't know, it's just hard for me to say things like that and just be like, this is exactly what happened, this is how it went, and putting my life into an interesting enough story that someone would want to read, like a creative nonfiction essay about it. And it's also like, if I put it in the fictional world, it seems less terrifying and struggle based and stuff, if that makes sense. I also really like, when it comes to writing, I love writing that perfect mix of like weird, of things that don't belong together. And I think my best example of this is like this story that is just basically how tacos fit into elven culture. It's like one of my proudest works. I'm very happy with how it turned out in the first draft. There's still some editing to do, but like 10 out of 10. It was great, and I love it. And I like that perfect mix of weird, of where you take two things that don't belong. I also do intend to eventually write more stories with the target audience of the elderly and just putting old people on adventures, because that sounds freaking exciting. And like talking about grandmas battling dragons and stuff. That is where I want my writing to take. I also want it to take the turn of the stuff you read in like English class, that like really weird, and you're like, why the heck did I have to read this? This is so creepy and weird. Like The Yellow Wallpaper is a fine example. Like, nobody really forgets this story because of how freaking whack it is. And that's the type of stories I want to write and kind of create. Those are the weird stories I want. And I want people to read and be like, oh yeah, that's that weird author. That's my goal. Weird goal as it is, but that is it. But I like writing as another good way to express myself overall. But yeah, bullet journal and writing, go-to ways to express myself. This washi tape's cute that I'm about to use. It's like, it's little pandas. If I time it right, I can get like that panda head, the middle one. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. As like the little image. I would have like printed the album covers, but I also didn't want to spend like 20 years trying to make it so it's like the right size and they fit in all the boxes and that's everything. That's a lot of work. I've had my fair share of like trying to use InDesign and figure it out, and I'm good. I am a-okay to not use it as much. Okay. Little panda boy. Little panda boy. Yes! Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Good panda. Adorable panda. We love him. Okay. Second row completed. On to the next. 3 new colors. Bam. Okay. These 3 like cool colors are my favorite, and I love how that like no matter which ones I choose, they always look so good together. It's amazing. I love it. Okay. Don't start with blue. We're gonna start with green. Yeah. I might do a second page of this because 15 won't do it justice. And I feel like, I don't know. I want to do more of this stream, and I'm already like halfway done. So, and we're not even like an hour in. So, maybe I'll do more. Depends on how much talking I get done. Ooh, okay. I don't know how many of you out there are writers, but I'm going to pull something up for you guys. One of my goals this year is to get something published in like a magazine or something or whatever. So this is, I put the link in the chat, it's submittable.com, and basically what it is it's like, it tells you like where all the writing contests are happening, and all the like any magazines that are looking out for like poetry, creative writing, or creative fiction, creative nonfiction, whatever, you name it. It tells you everything. It shows which stuff has fees, which stuff doesn't, when stuff with due dates, stuff that doesn't have due dates. It's great, and I've been using it a lot. And it also like keeps track of like who you submitted to, when, and like what the progress is on what you submitted to them. Like, have they looked at it? Or have they just like, is it still in their mailbox and stuff? So I really like Submittable. And it's been very helpful because like sometimes I'll just like quickly like binge out a couple submissions. I still haven't been accepted anywhere, but we're trying and stuff. And so it's a good way to kind of, I'm working on putting myself out there more. And so this has been a good way to do that. Where's my pen? Here it is. So I really do like that. Yes, we'll do that one. Also, very important. If y'all need a good new artist to listen to, this is Abby Rouge. She got 3 songs: Warning Shots, Warning Shots, she's a kind of backup singer in it, Abyss, and I Wish It Would Snow are her own singles, and they're so good. I love them so much. I highly recommend you go and like follow her and listen to her songs. She hasn't come out with many since Christmas, but I know she's working hard for them. She's also my cousin, and I 100% support her. So you should definitely go listen to her. I'll put her name in the chat real quick if I can type. And I want to make sure I spell it right. Yes. None of her songs are technically on my playlist because, well, Abyss could be put on it, but I'm kind of putting them more in my chill vibes playlist, like just good background music for studying and stuff. There's still eraser marks on here. How dare they exist? Yeah. Where are my scissors? I'm using this chunky boy. He's huge. Huge washi tape is like... See, when it comes to washi tape, I like the normal sizes because they fit pretty well on the edges of things without taking up too much space. And so do like the slightly thinner ones and stuff. But if you go like thick boys, I always struggle to give them like a proper home on my page or use them because it's just like there's so much to be used that I don't know if like I don't want it to take up too much necessary space. And then same kind of logic, not the same kind of, different kind of logic applies for those super thin washi tapes because like I never know where to use them, and when I do, it's like they always come up really easily. They're not the most well made, or maybe it's just the type that I got. I don't know, but I am not the biggest fan. But I lost my place. No. Okay. We'll go here. Yeah. cute. I love this spread so much. It looks so good. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Oh, I finished a book this week. It's called Beyond the End of the World. And it was like, I had a love-hate relationship with it for a couple of reasons. Reason, like, number one is that, like, okay, it was a good book. It had good plot. It had good characters. It's just every once in a while I'd be like, it was a little, like, confusing, or it's just like, I just didn't like the way some things were in. For example, there's a love scene, because Beyond the End of the World is the second book in the series. And there's a love scene. There's not like a love scene, like they're making love, but it's just like a romantic scene where they're kind of realizing they like each other and stuff. And it's like, the main character, like, her main thing is that she has never been touched, like, her whole life, except for, like, a certain spot. But most of her life, she's never been touched. And she's, like, fallen in love with this boy, and she, like, wants to, like, hold his hand, or at least touch him, and that type of thing. But with this whole thing, they make it, like, way more sexual than it needs to be. I would say it's like, okay, I get that she needs to be touched, and that is very important to her, and like it's like everything to her to kind of feel it. But they have this scene where his hand is like an inch from her face, and he's not even touching her, and it's like, the description that went with it was like very intense, and it's like, oh, this is so great and stuff, and I can feel his, like, the tingle of his hand almost there and stuff, and I'm like, okay, a little weird, not the biggest fan of that. I also, it's like, the first book, it had pretty good speed, like, it was okay, pretty good plot, but the second book, they dragged that on for way longer than it needed to be, like, and I think, like, the stupidest thing is, like, there'd be so many moments I'm like, if you just said this information, things would have been, like, resolved so much sooner, or, like, we would have gotten to this sooner, but you just didn't, and that type of thing. Or it's like, if you just figured this out sooner, it would have been fine. But no, they're stupid, and the authors aren't stupid, but the characters are, and they just totally dragged it out longer than it needed to be. It's like, they kept building these intense scenes where it's like, oh, we have a big battle now, and the battle lasts like barely a chapter, and then it's like, okay, we moved on from the battle because we can't deal with that anymore, and it didn't turn out well, and we had better things to do. And it's like, they were trying to, like, get rid of any possibility of, like, this could be the solution, that could be the solution, which I get. But they just, like, zoomed through them, like, oh, this doesn't work, next, this doesn't work. It was like a checklist that the characters were checking off. And it's not even, like, and almost every checklist item, they're like, oh, this is the last thing that we could do to win, and if we don't win this, everything's ruined. And then there's always, like, a final save. Here are my next sets. And it just kind of got annoying, because I'm like, okay, when is this going to end? Like, I'm tired of reading the same things again and again. Like, give me something new. It was kind of annoying, if you could not tell. But I finished it. I went to the end. It is a good read. I would recommend it, but I'm more of like a 4 out of 5 stars. Like, it wasn't my favorite. When it comes to books I read and, like, books I buy, it's either like a new book that I've been dying to read, the next in a series that I've been dying to read, or it's like, oh, I've read this book and I loved it, and so I need my own copy so I can like share with people in the future and stuff. But this one, this series is probably not one I'm gonna kind of buy for myself to keep. I'm definitely not gonna do that. Yeah, it was okay. And then I haven't started a new book yet because I kind of finished this like last night before work, and so I was a little tired because I had to go to work still. So that, I haven't started anything else yet, but I do have some library books to go through. And with that, the summer reading program starts on Monday, and I am so excited. And I know I sound like a weirdo because I'm like, summer reading programs for kids, but let me tell you something. If like, the main thing, a lot of what I remember in my childhood, especially when I lived in Maryland, was this like, I loved going places and doing things and kind of experiencing the world. And that's especially what I like doing with my husband. Like, we went to the farmer's market this past weekend, and it was just my favorite that I could like experience things with him. And I really like doing that with him and like people. And I like just like, I get in these moments where I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do anything, and I'm like too lazy to go out and do stuff. But when I do go out and like go to like campus clubs and I go to activities that are planned, like, I always have a good time, and I'm always like way happier that I went, and I'm just enjoying myself 100%. So I want to like go out and do the summer reading program. I would want to like have those moments when I walk to the library, because they make me feel like I'm in a Ghibli movie, and Ghibli movies are so great at romanticizing the little moments, like making breakfast or going on a walk and stuff. And so I kind of do that with my life to make it more enjoyable. So I romanticize myself going to the library, and I do it, and I have a great time, and I love getting library books and be like, ah, yes. And also, going to the library highly prevents me from buying books. So I'm not just like sitting there being like, oh, I wish I could buy this book, and being sad that I can't. No, because I just go to the library and I can borrow them first. And then I can, after I borrowed them and stuff, then I can decide if I want to actually keep them and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Green is next. And I did mention that I went to the farmer's market on this past week, and it was on Friday, and it was wonderful. I loved it so much. I was dying because I'm like allergic to pollen, and I was just getting hit like no tomorrow, which kind of sucked. But I really did like the farmer's market. It was very fun. My husband and I got a couple snacks there. We got some Dole Whip, which was delicious. It wasn't like, it didn't taste too much like normal Dole Whip. Like, the flavor was a little too strong to be like Disney Dole Whip and stuff, so, but it was still good. We also got these mini donuts. It's like you got 12 of them. and they were so good. And they had like powdered sugar on it, but it was strawberry flavored powdered sugar on it, and it was absolutely delicious, and I loved it so much. And then, ooh, I gotta show you. So we went to all the cute little shops, and I got this. I got a pencil case. Not just any pencil case. It's like one of those ones that like you push it down and it like, here, let me open it. Or you can like push it down, if I can, haha. And like the markers pop out and it will like stand upright. I'm just doing it downwards, but I've been like dying for one of these, and I'm so happy I finally have one. And I still have my old pencil case, which is a kiwi from Kawaii Pen Shop, and I really like my kiwi, my cute kiwi. I love my kiwi. But this one's gonna hold like all my yearly spreads, or like spreads I don't use as often markers, like my goals one I kind of update weekly, so I kind of pull the markers from in here and they'll be kept in here. Or like my reading planner, it also has some yearly colors or some monthly colors that I don't use too often unless I'm updating it, and so that will also be kept in here. And then my kiwi just has like my on-the-go stuff, like what am I currently using in my weekly spread and stuff. So that's what, those are my two pencil cases. And then I have a third canister, like this one, that I use for kind of current projects I'm working on, so that I don't get my markers mixed up and I can still have like the same palette, because that's always my worry, is that I'm gonna like mix up my markers, and if I'm midway through project I'm gonna lose that palette and struggle to find the same markers again. Oh heck, no. Yeah. We're getting down there. We got like one more row after this, but we're making some good time. But we also at the farmer's market, we got banana bread and zucchini bread. Delicious. I love farmer's markets. I like seeing all the fruit and like homemade stuff. Like I always, when I'm at farmer's markets, I have the urge to like buy all the eggs and random fruits and veggies, even if like I don't eat them or I already have enough eggs, just because it's like, it's a farmer's market and it's so exciting and I love it. It's great. It's good vibes all the time. I just love it. Okay, I do have to show you guys this washi set that I have. I don't remember where I got it, but it's a Van Gogh set. So this is like a flowery branch painting he's got with like cherry blossoms on it. This one is Starry Night and stuff. You can kind of tell. I don't know the painting for this one, but it's got like this like nice little cityscape down here, and they are so cute and I love them. And my husband and I have this painting in our house, the cherry blossom type one, and I love it. But yeah, I already cut out a piece. Huh. I said it right here. I got like a bunch of like excess pieces on the side just in case I like need to use a color again, so. But then these are the scraps that I know I won't use. I do need to get like one of those X-Acto knives soon, so I can kind of cut these more to size, and then I can like cut my washi or like stickers out in fun shapes. I don't know if you guys heard about it or have seen them before, but like these hello Breeze 837. Welcome to my stream. We're bullet journaling. We're making a writing playlist. Cool weightless art design. Thank you. I really like it. I'm very happy with it. 4th of July, that's the song. That's what I'm doing. But I've been like thinking about getting those tweezers for like stickers, because I've seen some people use them and you can like, they're a great way to set stickers down and get them like right where you want them. But I'm not sure, because I think most of the time I get my stickers where I want them, or like my washi tape, so I probably won't get that and stuff. Just for now. Maybe in the future I will, if I get too annoyed with like tiny stickers, because those can be difficult. This is our next set of colors. Oh, they always look so good together. I love them so much. And this will be our final row on this spread. And then we'll do honorable mentions at the bottom. And we're going to use the Starry Night washi tape, because that one just looks so good, all the flowiness. But I do encourage y'all, go to your local farmer's market, like if you want some fresh fruit or veggies, or just need something that's good and homemade, go to your local farmer's market, or craft market too. I love those. I want to go to more. There was always some in Maryland that I would go to, and they were my favorite, seeing all the art. And I always like dreamed of the day that I could like make enough art or something that I could like put it out there and sell it. I'm not there yet, but I am at the place where I'm putting my art out there more, and I'm very happy with it. Next song. Okay. This song that I am adding to my playlist right now, it's from Prince of Egypt, if you couldn't tell. I found it on, like, I heard, the song was on TikTok, and it was used with, like, this bee, filter, where, like, your face is on a bee or whatever, but it's called The Plagues. It is a bop. It is my favorite. I've been obsessed with it for, like, the past month. My husband can testify. And I just love it so much, and I've been listening to it like not nonstop, but it's like my go-to song on like the car ride home. It is wonderful, and I love it so much. I also I like looking at like TikToks and Reels, and like when you're able to find the song that's like playing on the TikTok or Reel, it's wonderful. Like, it has introduced me to like so much more music, which I like, because I wasn't the best at like just finding new music on my own, because I was like, oh, but who knows what it could be, like just stay to my comfort songs. But TikTok and Instagram Reels have really helped expand my music and like kind of find new songs I like. love this spread so much. That's like the most important to me when bullet journaling, is if I do not love the setup and look of the spread, like I'm never going to use it. Of course, like I won't necessarily use this one. It's more of like a journaling keepsake of what I was interested in that year. But I am way more likely to like go back to spreads if I like the way they look. Oh, there's a song that should be on here that I'm going to add. It's from Arcane, and it was a song I love. And this song was done, if you've watched Arcane, it's when Victor is kind of experiencing his moment where he's like kind of deciding where he's going next. And so I really like that. I love the string music in it and stuff, so it's called What Could Have Been. It was amazing. It was wonderful. It's got the right amount of emotion. So that's like, it's making it on this list. And if you guys haven't watched Arcane, I highly suggest it. Like, you don't even need to like play League of Legends to like it. I don't even play League of Legends. I don't know much about it, but Arcane, amazing. I loved it. It was just absolutely wonderful. Okay. Now, we have room for one more on our list. And I gotta choose wisely. Something that did 4th of July. Oh, I got it. Merry-Go-Round of Life from Howl's Moving Castle. It's a gorgeous song. It always gets me in the feels. Like, Ghibli music, 10 out of 10. That is like the perfect music to listen to when you just like want like, I know like there's this recommendation like, oh, you want to be productive, you gotta listen to like classical music and that type of thing. But like in some class music, like I played violin, I kind of know some classical music, it's good, but like I don't listen to that while I'm working out or like working on stuff. But Ghibli music, it just makes everything feel romantic and nice. By Ghibli, I mean like, if you guys don't know, it's Studio Ghibli. I love them so much. They are the Disney of Japan, as I would call it. They're great at making like songs and movies that just have great plots, great characters, great art. Oh, they're gorgeous, all of them. And so I highly suggest watching them if you need like a good movie to watch or show. They're on HBO Max. Like most of them are, not all of them, but 10 out of 10. And there's usually like Ghibli Fest at the theater sometimes, so you can like go see their movies in theaters again. I've got to get the title right. Merry-Go-Round of Life, yeah. Ah, love it. But it's gorgeous. I highly suggest looking it up. Okay. Now we have your honorable mention section here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out another teal. Wonderful teal. And we'll kind of just write in teal down here all my honorable mentions. It's coming up. You're coming up. Stay down. That's the rough thing about washi tape. It's like hit or miss if it's going to actually stay on the page and stay where it needs to be. We'll leave this pin here. And then, since most of my greens have been kind of teal washi tape, I'll use a blue and a purple on the edges to give it some color. Can I get those colors also in there? I cut it too small. But you know, that kind of works. That looks good. Same vibe over here. Honorable mentions. Okay. Oh, there's so many to choose from. Okay. I'll go to the ones that I know most, or like I listen to a lot. So we got the Davy Jones song from Pirates. We love Johnny Depp. We support him here. We'll do Drift Away. We'll kind of do like a line in between. Well, I'll box them so they're easy to tell apart. And then I'll color it in and stuff. Evermore from Beauty and the Beast. How Bad Can I Be from the Lorax. That is a bop. And if you do not like that song, get out. Villain songs are wonderful. You ever hear like good hero songs? No. Villain songs, 10 out of 10. Dream On was also one of my like first OG ones, but I'm not as into it as I was. There, you guys can see that better now. Ooh, and Castle on a Cloud. That'll be my last one, right? Yeah. Okay, and now we'll just color the rest of this in to make it look nice. Anytime you make mistakes in like bullet journaling, wash, and you don't have like whiteout or anything, or like white markers to clean it up, washi tape or just coloring in the area is a great way to clean things up, in my opinion. Just doodle over it until it goes away. Unless the whole page is a mistake, then tear it out, try again. And by I do mean tear it out, like even if it's your like bullet journal, like get that page out of there, because you will always be embarrassed every time you see it if you don't like it. I'll move my phone so you guys can still look at the whole spread while I do this. Okay. And the spread is complete. There it is. Got all my songs, got my little washi tapes. I love all of them. Look at that panda boy. We love him. This looks really cute and I love it a lot. And then our honorable mentions here at the bottom. And that's a good banner. I'm very happy with how that looks. It doesn't take away too much. And then 10 out of 10 time. Okay. Let's put all the markers I used back where they belong. So, clean up my space a bit. Here's all of them. Nice ASMR. Cool. And then we'll clean up my little pile of washi tape. How wonderful. Okay. Goodbye washi tape. Leave my hands. Take out these. Set them off to the side. Grab my planner here so I can set it back in. Now, I would not suggest, because, I mean, for me, I would not suggest buying the rings and then buying, like, the papers and kind of making your own planner with, like, the fill-ins and stuff, because these things are, like, hard to stabilize unless there's a lot. And it is annoying to try and put them in. But, yeah, that's just me. So here's my wonderful spread. It'll be in my yearly kind of collection. And like the purposeless journal, it like has all like my yearly stuff, habit trackers, goals, etc. and stuff. Like completed goals. And then it's got like some nice stuff like this is like a cooking spread, and then my stationery shopping one. It's a nice yearly one. And today's where is it? Here we go. Today's writing prompt comes from this spread. It's kind of like my spiritual growth spread. And yeah, or like emotional and just kind of like a growth spread for me. That has some stuff for me to read and then some questions for me to answer, like writing prompts. So let us transition into our writing prompt session. And today, what do I have for you? Do I have it actually ready for you? No, I don't. Here, let me grab it for you. Here. I'll put this on chatting. But I do have a list with all my wonderful prompts. With all my writing prompts, so that you guys can use them and like look back on them, like for new people if they don't want to do today's prompt, or if you just don't want to do today's prompt. If it'll load. Come on, you're almost there. Almost there. It's working. But yeah, so it's just going to be the prompts we have used, and then I also will have and then like as we do more prompts, I will put them on there. So let me share this with you guys or get you a link so you guys can look at it. And this link also has my Twitch, my YouTube, and my Instagram at the top, so you guys can look at those if you need to. Running a little slow, I apologize. She trying. While that loads. I hope you guys do like, maybe you guys do like my setup for my streams, where I am kind of bullet journaling, a main spread, and then we got some normal journaling at the end, or like just writing and stuff. There's a link to all the prompts. I'll also put in today's prompt so you guys have it, and it is, how do you tackle hard things? So that prompt is also in there for you guys, and you can kind of see over there is my chat with all of it. Glad I pointed the right way. Okay, so we got my journal for today, my usual journal. We got some happy planner. Did I grab the colorful boxes one? I wanted the quotes one. Let me grab that real quick. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Welcome, welcome. Hello again. I grabbed my quotes one, so it's a Happy Planner quotes collection. Most of the ones I have of the sticker packs are kind of old, so they may have new designs and new layouts and stuff, so I don't know if you'll be able to find this one exactly. But got my quotes one, and I also have, I'll keep my colorful boxes because I can use that. I got two, why are you loose? Pilot G2 pens. They're obviously from different packs, and they look slightly different in color. I'm pretty sure they're the same. Let's do a test real quick. So here's the non-swirl. Here's the swirl. Ooh, the swirl one is slightly darker. Oh, hello. Wait. The swirl one is slightly darker here. Let me do like a nice scribble so you guys can see it better. But yeah, the non-swirl has a bit more blue in it. But we're using that, and I also use some of this washi tape because we used some of it in our previous spread, and a nice teal marker. So you have your writing prompt. How do you tackle hard things? I'll talk back to you in like 10 to 15 minutes after I've finished writing. Hello everyone, I'm back, here to do some nice chatting, finish up your last sentence or bit of journaling, or free to keep going if you're like on a roll, like go ahead and turn me off and keep going. I'll show off my journal spread here. I like the teal vibes. I put this thing in the middle and it said coffee, but I put Mountain Dew because I don't drink coffee. And it says, first I drink the Mountain Dew, then I do the things, which I think it's funnier with Mountain Dew. I also accidentally wrote May instead of June. Haha, we love that. And then since this was in the middle, I kind of went around on this side and left this space for a little doodle. Most of what I talk about is like, I mostly tackle hard things in like chunks or in one big day. Like I split things into chunks, but I usually just leave like one day to get the big hard thing done, especially if it's like a big project or something. But for other hard things, I am grateful to my husband. Shout out to Demerty. Because he's the one that really helps me with my hard things. He's great at calming me down, seeing it in a simpler form, and then like helping me break it down to find a solution, which is a great way to tackle our things, is calm down, simplify it, and break it into easy tasks to kind of overcome it. And he's also great because he can help me carry the load of hard things and walk through it with me, so I really appreciate that with him. But that is going to be it for today's stream. I am done. I'm tired. Took some Benadryl today because I'm allergic to pollen, and I'm very exhausted. But this is the end of the stream. Feel free to join me this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 4 p.m. East Coast Time. If you're like in the Nevada area, it's at 1 p.m. I'm pretty sure, or like before that. So yeah, that'll be this Wednesday at 2. I will be just doing some of my favorite layouts, so if you need layout ideas for your like coming spreads, like especially if you're like me and sometimes like to come up with my next month's theme really early and lay out the spreads, that's great. And I also like having a catalog of my favorite layouts, because then when I am making new spreads, I know what to make and I know what I want and what works for me. If you want to watch the stream again, you can watch it here on Twitch, or watch previous streams here on Twitch, also on my YouTube, still at L.I.L's Journaling. You can also check out my Insta for more bullet journaling. Not all the bullet journaling I do here on Insta is also done here, so I do some different things like the smaller spreads and stuff. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a good evening, have a good night, have a good morning, whatever time period you're in. And I will see you Wednesday. Goodbye.